It was outlined 2 weeks ago when the Interior Minister here met with Muslim leaders to talk about developing what they called a French Islam, an Islam with roots in France and not elsewhere in the Middle East. What they were driving at here is the fact that over the years here, there have been mosques and imams that have been supported by Middle Eastern countries, North African countries and whatnot. And sometimes the imams didn't even speak French. They were basically in place and preaching a message that the government in some cases believed was radicalizing their flock. So that's what they're driving at. They're trying to develop an Islam that's based in France, and they're doing that with this foundation that's been set up to guide the foundation, the creation of schools and as well mosques across the country. Robin?
I was just reading, Jim, a Washington Post reporter makes a comment that in the US, in America, secularism means freedom for religion. In France, it means secularism means freedom from religion. There's been a lot of analysis on whether France's deep insistence on secularism in some way perhaps has contributed to the rise of extremism.
Well, I guess you could make that argument in one way, but I think what it is for the French, however, is something that has its roots back in the Revolution. In the Revolution, a lot of the feelings of the revolutionary were directed at the Catholic Church, which was believed to be supporting the king. And as a consequence, the revolutionaries established as a principle, even back then, more than 200 years ago, that in fact the country should be, as they say, laïque. Which translates as secular. Basically, that everything should be free from religion in the public space. And that's why today there are these occasional dust-ups over things like the burkini, like things wearing of veils. It's also applied, however, to wearing of crosses in public, to the wearing of kepi, the skull caps for among Jews. So it's something that they apply across the board. They try to keep religion out of the public space.